How's it going, guys? My name is Franker and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing our 2025 overview of CoinSpot. So this video is pretty well going to cover, just a general overview of everything you need to know about CoinSpot. We do have more specific videos already on the channel and some that we might update because it is a new year. If things have changed, we'll go through those and make sure everything is up to date. But if you're wanting more specifics, please go through the channel, check out some prior videos. You will find, if we go back and we keep finding our CoinSpot videos, or what we could even do, you could even just go into our CoinSpot playlist. This should have, all of our videos regarding CoinSpot, how to buy crypto, 5 reasons to use crypto, CoinSpot earn feature, which is now being removed, so don't worry about that one, but it's still there. But everything you need to know, CoinSpot versus Swyftx, all those different videos, all in this playlist. So if you want more specifics, go check out some of these other videos on the channel, but this is going to be a general overview for essentially, if you're new to CoinSpot and you wanted to know everything about it as quick as possible, this video should cover that. But of course, before we do jump into the nitty gritty, guys, remember to hit that subscribe button. We are at 870 subscribers. We're getting awfully close to that 1,000 subscribers. We are looking to get monetized, hopefully in 2025, although we're looking like it's going to be quite difficult, but we'll just have to wait and see. So thank you all thank you all that the new people that have joined in 2024. And if you do enjoy this sort of content, make sure to hit that subscribe button. So first things first, what is CoinSpot? CoinSpot is an Australian owned and operated cryptocurrency exchange only available in Australia. So if you are outside of Australia, this video won't really be applicable to you. Of course, you never know, they might expand in time, but for this moment, CoinSpot is only available in Australia. CoinSpot was founded in 2013, and since then has pretty well been the biggest exchange in Australia in terms of users and what they do offer for the users. And they've been through multiple bear markets, multiple bull markets. They've had the testament of time. They are a well-trusted exchange in Australia, and they've been, in my experience, very good to work with. So first things first, if you do want to use CoinSpot, you're going to have to register. So there's a couple of ways you can do that. You can obviously just hit the register button up in the top right-hand corner here, or if you are so if you do love this content and you want to support the channel, you can always basically mute that. We don't want to listen to ourselves. You can always go back into our video description and hit where is it Australian exchanges CoinSpot. Click this link. This will take you. You can see $10 Bitcoin referral code applied. So if you are looking to sign up for CoinSpot for the first time, please do feel free to use my referral code. It helps the channel. You guys get $10 worth of free Bitcoin. I get $10 worth of free Bitcoin. A lot of people have used the code. I think, we're at over 100 referrals at the moment. So, that's really good. And these referrals, these are, please, I only promote, exchanges or, other businesses or whatever it might be that I personally use, myself, and that, I think, rewards the person using it. So obviously you guys get $10 worth of free Bitcoin. This is an exchange I trust and I utilize myself. So if something goes wrong, we're both in the same boat here. But do feel free to use that if you are interested. But essentially, in order to sign up, so in order to register an account, it's similar to for most exchanges in Australia, at least from my experience. But essentially, you need to be 16 years old. You can go through this whole how to register an account. But in essence, you need an email, a password, obviously. Feel free to use a referral or affiliate code. Begin a verification process. So you do need to verify your identity. So that starts with verifying your email address, verifying essentially who you are, personal information. So first name, middle name, last name, address, date of birth, all those different things, right? And then that will have to match up with your whatever identification you use. I think you need about 100 points of identification. So that would be, a driver's license, Medicare, passport, 2 of those, any 2 combination of those, whatever it might be, go down, SMS, verify your phone number, upload your identity document. So, you need to go through, you need to verify your identity. There is everything that they accept. So Australian driver's license, passport, Medicare, pretty well what we said just before. So you need to upload something to prove who you are. That's really important. Yeah, license front and back, yada, yada. And there you go. You will be identified at that point in time. Now, this isn't just a 5-minute process. It will take a little bit of time. They will need to verify your account, but then you can start depositing funds and essentially trading cryptocurrency straight away once you do that. So do go through this. You'll have to go through this process quite thoroughly. Do it properly. And you know, it's the same for every other exchange. So if you're thinking, oh man, CoinSpot, I don't trust these guys, you know, that's fair enough. You don't have to use this exchange, but most exchanges will ask for this type of identification process, unless of course they're a non-KYC, which in, you know, that case, you know, they're probably an international exchange. What you get doing this verification process is you are using an Australian owned and operated exchange. Okay, they're working under the Australian oh my god, they're working under the Australian legislation, and if you guys know, Australian, you know, regulators are very, very strict. So you know, you're working with a company that's under tight scrutiny. So you know, you're better off if you can go Australian owned and operated. You avoid those you know, international exchanges. You know, you got like FTX, you know, like what was the other one, Celsius, that went down. Those sort of, you know, international you know, companies that, you know, might have headquarters in, you know, the Bahamas or whatever it is, in order to avoid taxes, all those different little things. Try to avoid those. Just go Australian owned and operated, in my opinion. But you will have to go through this process. Okay, and the other thing is, okay, so once you've signed up, you also need to consider your security. Okay, so CoinSpot is ISO certified. So essentially, you know, the certification process requires an in-depth investigation and ongoing audits of information security management processes and practices. This includes processes relating to the management of digital asset storage, information relating to employees, contractors, suppliers, clients, products, processes, and intellectual property. These stringent policies are designed to eliminate unauthorized access, use, destruction, modification, or closure of the organization's information management system. So essentially, ISO is going through, they're confirming that the storage of digital assets is, you know, proper. That's a massive one. You don't want them, you know, FTX, for example, where they, you know, they're moving client funds around in the background to trade, and, you know, they end up losing funds, and next thing you know, the company goes into liquidation. You know, and they're also looking at, you know, data protection. So that's a pretty big one. You know, make that, if you are going to use an exchange, make sure they are, you know, certified at least to some regard, in my opinion. Okay, and then of course, like with regards to your own personal security, like yes, set a strong password, all the normal things. You know, you're probably going to want to set up two-factor authentication. That's a big one. So you know, I did just how to set it. You know, you can Google how to set up a two-factor authentication. It is quite, you know, straightforward. You know, download Google Authenticator. Go into the security. I think it gives you, you know, enable two-factor. It gives you a QR code. Scan the QR code, and then you set that up in, you know, Google. You know, make a key, and then next time you go to log in, you know, Google Authenticator has, if you guys know how it works, a six-digit code that updates, you know, every 30 seconds. You're gonna have to enter that code in order to log in. So it makes, you know, it makes hacking into, you know, someone's account extremely difficult. So consider doing these sort of things. You know, it is pretty important. You know, custom withdrawal restrictions, session timeout limits. You know, all those different things that you can customize to your account. The big one, in my opinion, is just two-factor authentication. The other thing is, you know, you'll get sent emails every time someone logs in. You know, obviously, you know, even if it's you, it's just going to say new device logged in. You know, and if it isn't you, you can forward that to support, things like that. So, you know, good security, in my opinion. Make sure you do, you know, set up all these things in order to keep yourself protected, especially if you are dealing with, you know, large sums of money on your CoinSpot account. Okay, the next thing you're going to want to consider is your, you know, fees that you're gonna get hit with essentially once you start depositing, withdrawing, and trading cryptocurrency. So you know, you will potentially, you know, this starts from depositing funds, so you need to be careful. Now, in order to deposit funds fee free, you need to look at PayID, direct deposits, or a bank withdrawal, AUD. I don't know how that works exactly. Or no, sorry, that would just be a withdrawal, of course. So pretty well, I think most people are going to be looking at, you know, direct deposits. So that's just using a BSB and account number. You know, sending money through your bank account like you normally do. Like if you're sending money to a friend, you know, what's your BSB and account number? Send you some money. It's the exact same with CoinSpot. So you know, that is free. Same with PayID, it is free. But if you do look to go, you know, and do it another way using your, you know, your Apple Pay or whatever it might be, cash, they do have specific retailers like news agencies and things that will accept cash deposits. However that works. Obviously, they need to take a chunk of that money. So it will take a fee of 2.5%. But essentially, when it comes to depositing, just look at going your bank transfers. Same thing again with your bank withdrawals. Just withdraw straight to your bank account. It's free. You're not going to get charged. If you start getting chipped 1.88% because you're too lazy and you want to use Apple Pay, you know, that's up to you. But you know, most people just go direct deposit. It's very straightforward. And then of course you got trading fees. Trading fees are unavoidable, but essentially you've got your instant buy, swap, sell. That's going to be your primary one. So when you log into CoinSpot, we'll go through how to purchase cryptocurrencies, but when you log into CoinSpot and you buy cryptocurrency, that's the way most people are going to be using CoinSpot is just purchasing Bitcoin. It might be $50 worth of Bitcoin. You get charged a 50-cent fee. It's not too bad. It's quite competitive, in my opinion. Yes, there are some lower exchanges, but we're talking fractions of a percentage here. It's not too bad at all. Then of course you've got your limit, your orders that you can do, recurring buys. So if you want to buy Bitcoin, $50 every week. Over-the-counter orders, market orders. We'll go through what all of those are, but these do offer lower rates if you do want to access that. So it is something to consider. But for most people, consider CoinSpot a 1% trading fee. So once you're signed into your CoinSpot account, pretty well all you're going to do is go up to the top right-hand side, press deposit AUD, and then we'll take you to the screen. So you've got your pay ID is the first one. I'm going to have the details that will be right here. They're going to be blanked out, of course, unless if I forget, and if you really want to deposit some funds into my account, feel free to do so. But I'm going to blank those out so you can't see them. But essentially, it is an instant transfer, and it is free, and you can, depending on your deposit limit, once you've signed up and verified your identification, it will be a $2,000 by default. Now, of course, deposit time being instant, that is subject to your bank account. So I know some bank accounts do have 24-hour holds and deposit limits on cryptocurrency. So for example, I know for a fact the Commonwealth Bank of Australia do have a 24-hour hold time and a $10,000 monthly limit on depositing to crypto exchanges. So real pain in the ass if you're, looking to get instant transfers. I guess you could avoid it by perhaps having two bank accounts. If you get paid into your Commonwealth Bank, you withdraw that to, ING or, another bank that isn't as stringent and then transfer it. You could look at doing something like that, but it is annoying. But on CoinSpot's end, it is an instant transfer. If it's not instant, chances are it's on your bank account or your bank provider. So do consider that when you're depositing, and don't stress out if your first deposit doesn't go in straight away. It probably will have a 24-hour hold time regardless. Of course, direct deposit, as discussed, same thing again. The details are blanked out, but it's free, it's instant. And it, daily deposit limit of up to 2,000. It's the same, and you're just going to get given an account name, BSB account number, and that is all you need to do. You just deposit using those details, and it'll go straight into your bank account. You can deposit using PayPal, although, as we said, 0.5%, probably not worth using. Card deposit, if you're wanting to use Apple Pay or something like that, or a credit card, of course, 1.88%. Cash deposit, if you want to, you can see all the locations here. I wonder if we can zoom out. Wow, you can, whilst the map of Australia isn't actually there, you can see that there's a lot of different locations. You can sort of see the outline of Australia, but a lot of different locations you can. So if you're looking to do cash deposits, of course, 2.5%, feel free to do that. That is essentially it. You just have to follow the steps. I can't, run people through how to deposit funds. Just BSB account number. Pretty straightforward. That's all you need to do. Your funds will be there immediately. And then when it comes to withdrawing funds, well, it's sort of the opposite. So you press withdraw, loads, okay, and then you've got your BSB and account number that you need to put in. So you need to put in your BSB and account number to then withdraw to, and you simply just type in the amount that you want. It could, whatever it might be, type it in, and then confirm and withdraw funds. So make sure, maybe do it, like a tester, maybe just withdraw $5 and make sure it does go into your account. Now, with regards to how long it might take, weekdays, users who submit withdrawals on weekdays before 2 p.m. usually get it the same day. Weekends, users who submit withdrawals on weekends usually have this completed within the next business day. So obviously Monday to Friday, 9 to 5 p.m. So there might be a 1-day delay, or if you do it on a Friday afternoon, it might not come through till Monday. So just be aware of that. They do only process these from during business hours, and it might take a little bit of time. So the next thing you're going to want to do is obviously probably buy some cryptocurrencies. So first thing you can do is just go to buy and sell. You got a variety of different tokens. Not Google, but search whatever you want. It could be AS, what starts with AS, Bitcoin Cash, so it could be any of these, right? You can Google whatever you want, Solana, sure, search it up, or you can just scroll through. These are ranked in order of market volume at this point in time. So you can, this is generally going to be sort of your top 10s, or you can, you can rank in a variety of different ways. It is market cap, or you can go volume, whatever it might be, the price, rank it however you want. Market cap's the best way. Go through, find what cryptos you want to buy. You can simply hit buy Bitcoin, whatever it might be. Press on it. There you go. How much do you want to buy? Obviously, we've got no money in here at the moment, so it's not going to work. But you could just say $100, and there you go. You can buy that much, give or take, worth of Bitcoin. You obviously then got sell, swap, and order. So if you wanted to swap, say you wanted to sell Bitcoin and buy some Dogecoin, instead of going through those two transactions, you could simply swap the order over. So you can see I've got a little bit of Bitcoin available in here at the moment. So we could just go, how much Bitcoin? What we'll say, we won't. How much Bitcoin we'll say? We'll say 0.01. Sure, we'll say that, right? And then say we wanted to swap it for Dogecoin, simply press Doge. How much would you like to swap? And there you can see, so the Bitcoin to Doge, so 0.01 Bitcoin equates to 270,000 Doge. Now, obviously, I don't want to do that, but you can see it is that simple. You simply press swap, and that way, you do avoid, essentially two transactions, and you're going to save on fees. So obviously, your swap order is also 1%. So, you just get that 1% fee instead of copying, a sell 1% and then a buy 1%. This is a bit more of an efficient way to do it if you were looking to swap cryptocurrencies, or you can order. So if you've just bought some Bitcoin and you want to, protect yourself, you're saying, I want to sell all my Bitcoin if it goes below 100,000. You can see that you can do that, and obviously, if I sold the max under that, it would give me that much amount. Or say, you could say 110,000, 120,000. This is obviously Australian dollars. Whatever it might be, set a stop loss to protect yourself. You could set a take profit. So if Bitcoin rises to 200,000 Aussie dollars, we could sell the max. We could look at doing something like that. A buy limit, that's if the price falls, you can set a buy limit. So say Bitcoin falls to $100,000, we could buy, $100 worth of Bitcoin. We could look at doing something like that, or a buy stop. I never know why you'd want to use this, but if the price rises of Bitcoin, you can buy some. So say the price rises to 200,000, you could buy $100 worth. But really, if you think the price is going to rise, so if the price of Bitcoin is going to rise to 200,000, why don't you just buy now? You tell me. Not sure what the point of this thing is, but that is a way you can, all the ways you can essentially buy Bitcoin, and they are all 1% fees. Now, if you wanted to just set up a recurring buy, so this is like, I want to buy $100 worth of Bitcoin every week, simply press recurring buy, or top right, go down recurring buy. All right, simply, select what coin, starting today. Yes, sure. You can go daily, weekly, fortnightly, whatever it might be. I'd like to buy $100 worth of Bitcoin, and then you can, start that up. So it would, every single week at 5 p.m., I'm going to buy $100, or 5 p.m. on, whatever today is, Wednesday or Thursday, I'm going to buy $100 worth of Bitcoin. You could look at doing something like that. But of course, you need to make sure you have funds available every single time. So, it is something you can do if you are regimented, looking just to dollar cost average. This is a good way of doing it. Other ways to buy, you've got like, bundles. This is a good way of sort of diversifying yourself a little bit across the cryptocurrency space. So if you're just like, I just want to buy Bitcoin and ETH, you can just buy Bitcoin and ETH. You can see it's a perfect 50-50 split. And you could just buy $100, and you can see how much it would give you of each. Obviously $50 worth of each. That's a way you could do it. You could go, top 3 market caps. That includes XRP. You could go top 10. Obviously, it's it's just a breakdown, 10% of each. So you go $1,000. You can see that you're buying that much of every single token in the top 10 currently. That's a good way of diversifying yourself if you wanted to do it like that. But these bundles are probably good if you are newer to crypto and you just want a bit of exposure to everything. You could just if you're just like, I'm just going to buy $100 a week of the top 10, that's not a terrible way to start. You can see that there's a few different interesting bundles. You could say like meme coins. You could buy all these different meme coins. I wouldn't recommend this. I mean, this is a way of getting good exposure to a good variety, but not really what I'd be looking to do. Even these, the sports ones, there's some interesting ones. I wouldn't be buying into all of these, but a few of them definitely, could be, mostly these top market cap ones could be good value. The other way to purchase or sell is using OTC or over the counter. So this is a little bit of a premium that they do offer. So essentially, what is OTC and why would you use it? CoinSpot's specialized over-the-counter trading desk allows members to perform high-volume transactions without the need for traditional public order books. Customers that perform high-volume crypto trading through CoinSpot can benefit from a wide range of cryptocurrencies and the ability to execute large orders with ease compared to other exchanges. So essentially, if you are, the minimum order for this is 50,000 Australian dollars. So say you're going to buy, $50,000 worth of Bitcoin, and you're worried about things like slippage. So when you're using public order books, if you go to buy, $50,000 worth of Bitcoin, and maybe the exchange that you're using doesn't have, the demand for that sort of purchase at that specific moment, what will happen is you'll get slippage where the price basically comes down, and people will buy up. People that have orders at lower prices will buy up or sell, that Bitcoin to you. And essentially, you'll cop a little bit of, not a fee, but slippage where the price that you thought you'd sell for was actually a little bit lower. But OTC gives you a guaranteed price, and the other thing is it does give you that good 0.1% fee. So it is a pretty good thing to do if you do have this sort of money. And essentially, the way it works is you submit an OTC order. The OTC team will reply to you. And then you just approve or deny that. So you might be like, I want to sell $100,000 worth of Bitcoin. They'll say, great, we'll do that for you for $150,000 per Bitcoin. At that point in time, you can say yes or no, right? So it is a good service. It is, really good in terms of fees, and of course, minimum amount, $50,000. So probably not for everyone, but if you are looking for high volume transactions, this is really, really good to use. And if we just have a look at all of the cryptos available on OTC, you can see there's not a huge amount. Like, it's not every single token that they have available, but it is basically, the main ones: Bitcoin, ETH, or mostly your top 10 cryptocurrencies, and then a few others that you may be interested in, using OTC orders for. So not every token, you do have to go see what's available beforehand, but it is, it is doable. CoinSpot also offer NFTs. NFTs, I don't really know if they're still a thing in 2025, but they are still, yes, you can still buy and sell NFTs if you really want. I don't know a lot about them. They've got the main ones: Bored Ape Yacht Club. You can go in, buy whatever one you like. I don't use NFTs. I don't think NFTs are of any real value, but if you want to buy something, you can, absolutely feel free to go ahead and, buy and sell NFTs if you so desire. CoinSpot also has a Mastercard, so you can spend your crypto your way. Now, use your CoinSpot Mastercard online and in-store. Anywhere Mastercard is accepted, you can use any crypto on CoinSpot like cash and enjoy no startup or annual fees. So you can apply for a CoinSpot Mastercard and spend cryptocurrencies. Now, would anyone really want to do this? You tell me, right? But it is available for those that are interested. You essentially just pick, say you pick Bitcoin, and then you can go and buy things, and it's going to basically deduct that money out of your Bitcoin wallet. It's essentially, what they're essentially doing is selling your Bitcoin, and then giving you cash in order to buy whatever it might be. So maybe, I don't think this is really too much of any value, considering most people don't, buy cryptos to just go and spend it like it's, on a MasterCard, but, is available perhaps as, if you're looking, down the line and you're thinking, oh, I'm ready to sell out, I'm just going to go tap my MasterCard. Maybe that's how you want to do it. I don't know. But it is definitely there as an option. CoinSpot do also offer a self-managed super fund. So basically everything that we've seen in CoinSpot is going to be the exact same, but using your super fund money essentially. So if you are looking to invest into cryptocurrencies using your super fund, you can get a self-managed super fund, and then basically apply with CoinSpot. Same things apply, like all your fees and everything are going to be the same, but the difference is that you're using your super fund. So of course, yeah, that's a pretty big decision to make, whether you want to, I guess, gamble with your own super fund, however you want to do it. But it is up to you. That is probably where, possibly things like OTC get a little bit more important, because you can, more people probably have $50,000 in their super fund than they do $50,000 cash in hand, if that makes sense. So the OTC could be really good for a super fund, but it is pretty well the same thing, right? You've got all the cryptos available, trade and swap, OTC, track your portfolio, yada yada. It is there if you want to use it, but of course, risks do apply. You don't want to lose your retirement fund, essentially. So, and in order to do this, it is important. We'll just jot this down, just so you're aware. Before you get started with CoinSpot, you need to establish your SMSF trust with an applicable firm such as New Brighton Capital or one of the many others available. Once established, you'll be able to set up your dedicated SMSF account with Australia's most trusted digital currency exchange. So, you need to have an SMSF, already, and it needs to be with a firm that, basically allows you to use or purchase cryptocurrencies. So, if you might be with a super fund that doesn't allow you to do this, and you would need to swap. So something to consider, but it is there and available if you want to use it. The other thing is the CoinSpot app. I'll put a quick video on the screen, but CoinSpot do have their own, app that you can use on your phone. Personally, I pretty well only use the app. I don't, need to use the desktop version. The app is quite sufficient. I think it does everything it needs to do. You can access, all of these features, through the CoinSpot app. You can buy and sell, manage your account, whatever you need to do, deposit funds straight on, from your phone. It's, switch apps. It's there. It's very straightforward. That's just my opinion. I'll put a quick video on screen so you guys get the idea of the layout. But it is very similar to other cryptocurrency exchange apps. It's easy to read, in my opinion. Quite easy to navigate, and I would, just recommend, if you haven't tried the app before, try the app out. It is, in my opinion, my preferred way to use CoinSpot is just on my phone, just using the app. So definitely, in terms of, I guess, if I had to give the app a star rating out of 5, we'll give it a 5 out of 5. It is really good. So what has changed since 2024, guys? Well, honest to God, I don't think anything has changed since 2024 for CoinSpot. It's been a pretty solid year for them, I assume. I keep getting my referral bonuses coming in, so it's good to see you guys are signing up and using CoinSpot. As this bull market gears up, we'll see if they do announce any new features. But for now, guys, I actually don't think anything has changed for CoinSpot for the 2024 to 2025 year. But this is our 2025 recap. We've gone through everything crypto or CoinSpot has on offer. If you did enjoy it, remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and do go feel free to use our referral code in the video description. Get that $10 worth of free Bitcoin. You click that link, it is automatically applied. So feel free to do that, guys. And hit that subscribe button. We are pushing for 1,000 subs this year. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.